everyone, this is Ashwini. This is the second video in networking series, and this video is about creating a service that is of type ClusterIP. So let's get started and try to understand the question. We will set the context. There are two parts to this question. First part is to create a Kubernetes ClusterIP service named Nginx service. This service should expose to Nginx deployment using port 8080 and target port 80. So let's go to Kubernetes documentation and get the manifest. Now before that, I want to just show you something else. Kubernetes get deployment. It's kubectl. We will describe this deployment. Now, in order to select the pods that are running behind, that are created using this deployment, we need to know what is the selector for these pods, and that we can know by describing this deployment. So if you see here, the selector is app equal to Nginx app. Now the deployment itself does not have any labels, but the pods have labels app equal to Nginx app. Now this is what we will use in our service to make our service talk to the pods. Expose. Now let's create the manifest. The name of the service is Nginx service. Now here in selector, we will not use the name of the deployment, but we will use the labels of the pods to select those pods. So I'll remove this. And it is app equal to Nginx app, so we'll copy that part and paste it in the manifest. Now remember, it's not an equal to here, it is followed by a colon, and the next part is to update the port to 8080. So we're exposing it on port 8080, the service, and that will be talking to the target port of 80 onto the pods. That is it. Now here there is a type that I want to talk about, but the default service type is ClusterIP service. So even if you don't specify the type, it will still create it as ClusterIP. But because they have specifically asked, I am going to add that here. Create the service. I'll describe the service. And you can see the endpoints. Endpoints here are the IP addresses of the pods. You can confirm that by just doing pods and -o wide. So these are the pods that belong to Nginx deployment, and you can see these 192, 168, 14, 15, and 16 are the IPs of the pods. So our service is created correctly. The type is ClusterIP. The selector is what we selected app is Nginx app, and it's gone. The service has got its own IPs. This is called ClusterIP 1096.213.171, and I'm looking for type. Type is ClusterIP. So that is our service. So the next thing is the second part, where we have to store the IP addresses in ascending order. So I'm gonna type it because it's just easier. Pod, but always copy and paste where possible whatever is asked in the question. Now I would like to ask you all to please like and subscribe to my channel if you have already not done that. Thank you. So it has to be exactly what is asked in the question. So even this IP underscore address should be there, and it is in ascending order, and we have just seen that it is 5 and 6. So I'm just gonna paste it manually. That should be it. I'm just gonna cat it and see if it's all okay. That looks fine. Let's check and validate. Yeah, the validation is successful. Now that is how you create a service that is of type ClusterIP. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video of networking. Thank you. Bye.